welcome to my brand new challenge. This is 30 days of pranayama, the subtle secrets of pranayama. And I'm going to try and keep these videos short, but basically what I want to do is every day have a little bit of discussion, and then at the end of the discussion, we'll do a practice. So I want to do both of those every day, discussion and practice. I'm going to be traveling a little bit this month, so I might miss a few days. So if I miss a day in our challenge, then my suggestion would be to just go back to the previous day and continue with that practice. So I'm thinking we'll do like maybe 3 to 4, maybe 5 minutes of practice sometimes. Many of you asked me questions about pranayama as I put this out there. I was going to do this challenge, and I'll try and get to those questions as best as I can over the course of the 30 days. There's so many things that I want to talk about in terms of getting ready for pranayama, in terms of doing pranayama, how best to do pranayama, how best it affects your nervous system. There's tons of stuff that I want to talk about it. I mean, pranayama is a lifelong discussion. And a lifelong practice. I've been practicing pranayama for almost 25 years, every day, pretty much, except when I'm sick or something, or when I had a baby, I wasn't practicing. So there's times that I'm not practicing, but in general, I've been like on it. And so I have a lot of things to say about it. There's a lot of controversy in the yoga world right now about pranayama. Some people say you shouldn't do this kind of pranayama practice. You should just be doing buteyko, like natural breathing practices. I think all of that is interesting. I think we have to take all of that into account. But essentially, people have been doing pranayama for thousands of years. So how can we do it better? And that's why I'm calling this the subtle secrets of pranayama, because I hope that I can help to share with you some of the secrets that I've understood or have been revealed to me that are going to help you to make that practice much more powerful. I mean, pranayama can completely change your nervous system. It can completely change the way that you engage when you're external, and give you more resilience, give you more confidence, make your energy be a little bit more balanced and not as erratic. I mean, there's so many benefits of the practice, but if you're not kind of approaching it with the appropriate in the appropriate way, or you're missing some of the kind of rules and the understanding of the breath, then it can be a problem. So what I'd like to say is that as we go through this practice, just take it slow. Just try and show up every day. It doesn't matter. You can watch the video whenever, right? Show up every day. And then see, make that evaluation for yourself. When I first started learning yoga, my teachers would say, you are the scientist and you are the experiment. You have to think about it that way. You're the scientist, you're doing the evaluation, and you're the experiment. Okay, so for today's focus, let me just say one more thing before we get started. So the way that I learned pranayama when I was in India is that you have to your mind has to be in an appropriately sort of still and calm place before you start doing your breathing practices. That's the way I learned. So I've heard many people say, well, the way that Patanjali lays it out is you have to do asanas, then you do pranayama, then you do meditation. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. That's what it says in the Yoga Sutra. But that's historical revisionism to say that the asana meant do a bunch of down dog and a triangle pose, because that stuff didn't come around till later. When Patanjali means, when he says asana, is get your seat. He means get your body in this place, get your body in the right place so that now you can do pranayama, right? That's different than do a bunch of triangle pose and do a bunch of down dog. Okay, sit down, pranayama, get ready to go. I don't think that's what he meant. I think he meant get your body really comfortable, really sort of supple and open, and get yourself into a subtle frame of mind, then start focusing on your breath, and that will create a different experience for you. So from my perspective, we have to spend a significant amount of time getting into the proper seat, noticing, starting to interocept and notice what's going on in these secondary respiratory muscles, getting aware of what's going on in these, in these secondary respiratory muscles, what's going on in your primary respiratory muscle. You have both the somatic and this visceral sensors that are sending feedback to the brain. It's complicated. I hope I can get to it and not have to talk too much, just get to it in little pieces as we go through the 30 days. It's complicated, but at any rate, the part that's not complicated is just subtle, is getting still, softening muscles, and then starting to notice the breath. And that will make a difference in your practice. It really does. So as I'm talking, you can feel free to close your eyes and start to notice your posture. It doesn't matter. I'm sitting in a chair. Be in a chair. That's fine. You can sit on the floor if you like. But start to notice what's going on in your posture. You don't have to be jetting your lower ribs out and sitting up like a pole. That doesn't matter. You do need to be straight. You need the spine to be at a vertical to the earth. That's important in terms of the bioelectromagnetics and in terms of the fields of energy, all that stuff. It's important to have that straight spine. You're welcome to close your eyes or to lower your eyes if you like while we're doing this. Let the shoulders be a bit softer if possible. And then start to notice. We're going to go through all the things, but the focus for today is start to notice just the sense of the breath as it comes in here, as it comes into the place between the mouth and the nose. So you might feel a little sensation. You might feel a little sensation on that upper lip and above the upper lip. And then as we continue, simply sense or notice or feel into the opening of the breath. So the nostrils. So feel into that opening. How does the breath feel as it's coming in through your nostrils? Does the right nostril feel a little bit more open than the left? Does the left nostril feel more open than the right? This is important information. But for now, just sense into it. Don't have to change the pace of the breath or the depth of the breath. Simply going into awareness. So right now, it's just the openings. And then at the openings, notice the temperature and the sensation of the breath. Temperature and sensation of the breath at the openings. Let your breath be smooth, let it be even. You don't have to change anything about it right now. We're just focused on sensation. And what we're going to do is build on this awareness over the next 30 days. So what I'd like to leave you with today, after doing this practice, you can shut off the video, keep going, and spend another 2-3 minutes simply with the presence, the coolness. If you're in a warmer country, it might be the warmness, but for most people, it's a little bit cool, less than 98 degrees, right? The coolness of the breath, the sensation of the breath, which nostril seems to be bigger. And it's not physically bigger, but open, more open. Which side are you getting more breath on? And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Namaste.